English learning podcast.
From Easy English with Class.
Okay, picture this. It's Tuesday morning. It's 6:45 a.m. The alarm goes off, just rips you out of whatever you were dreaming about.
Mm-hmm.
You open your eyes. You're technically awake, right? Physically. But your brain is just buffering. It's at maybe 10%.
10% on a good day.
Right. And then it's like a reflex, almost muscle memory. Your hand just shoots out, you grab the phone, and you tell yourself that lie. We all tell it, I'm just checking the time.
Or I'll just clear this one notification.
Exactly. And that is the exact moment you lose the battle.
That's it. That's the moment.
Because the time warp kicks in, you look up, and 40 minutes have just evaporated.
Yeah.
Gone. You've scrolled through 3 different feeds, read some headline about the economy that made you anxious.
In your cousin's vacation photo that made you jealous for no reason?
Yes. And you replied to a text that definitely could have waited. And now you're late.
It's such a universal struggle. And I think the tragedy of it isn't just the lost time. It's not just about the 40 minutes. It's the emotional state it puts you in. You haven't even had a sip of water, and you already feel behind. You're rushing. You're reactive. You are literally starting the day with a spike of cortisol, the stress hormone, instead of calm.
I think every single person listening is nodding their head right now. I know I am. It feels like you're sprinting just to get back to the starting line.
It's exhausting.
So that is exactly what we are fixing today. We're doing a deep dive into a specific, really actionable system to stop wasting your mornings. We've pulled together research on, behavioral psychology, habit formation, all of it, to build a framework that actually works.
And before anyone hits the stop button or rolls their eyes, I want to be super clear about what this is not.
Please.
This is not hustle culture propaganda. We are not going to tell you that you need to join the 500 a.m. club to be successful.
Thank goodness. Because if the solution is wake up 3 hours earlier, I'm out. I like my sleep.
Precisely. We are not telling you to take an ice bath or run a marathon before breakfast. If that's your thing, great. But for most of us, aiming for that it just sets you up for failure.
So if it's not about the crack of dawn, what is it about?
The research we're looking at today suggests that a good morning isn't about the clock. It's about the result. It's how you feel. A successful morning really delivers 3 specific feelings. You feel in control, you feel calm, not panicked, and you have momentum.
That's it. Control, calm, and momentum.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a lot more forgiving than, perfect productivity.
It is, and it connects to this brilliant analogy from the source material, which I think frames this whole thing perfectly. The morning is the first domino.
Ooh, I love that visual. Break that down.
So think of your day as this long line of dominoes. The morning is the very first one. If you can knock that first domino over in the right direction,
Yeah.
if you win the first 20, 30 minutes,
The rest of the day just sort of follows.
the physics take over.
Yeah.
The rest of the tasks tend to fall into place. But if that first domino falls the wrong way,
Yeah.
say into a doom scroll spiral, it just knocks everything else off course.
Okay, so if we want to hit that domino correctly, we have to know why we keep missing it. The material lays out 3 major morning traps. And the first one is the one we started with, the phone trap. But why is it so bad? Is it just wasting time?
No, it's so much more insidious than that. It's about brain chemistry and agency. When you wake up, your brain is in this really vulnerable transitionary state. And if you immediately blast it with a screen, you're basically training your brain to work for other people from second one.
Working for other people, that is a terrifying way to put it.
But it's true. You see a text, that's someone else's agenda for your time.
Yeah.
A news headline, that's the world's agenda. You're entering what psychologists call reaction mode. You're letting the outside world dictate your mood before your feet even hit the floor.
You're just handing over the keys.
Exactly. And there's a dopamine thing too. Social media is high stimulation, right? Instant hits. Real life, like making coffee, is low stimulation. If you flood your brain with that high dopamine stuff first, real life feels boring. Painful even.
Wow. So you're making the rest of your day harder for yourself. Okay, that's trap 1. Trap number 2 is the no plan trap. This is when you wake up, maybe you even avoid the phone, but you just sort of wander.
Right. You suffer from decision fatigue before you've even started. You haven't decided what matters, so you do random things. Empty half the dishwasher, stare out the window, check one email. The source puts it perfectly. Random tasks create a random day.
Which leads to trap number 3, and I think this is the one that gets me, the I'll start later trap. It's that voice in your head that says, I'm too groggy. I'll get going after coffee, or I'll start when I feel motivated.
This is the biggest lie in productivity. We all think the order is, feel motivated, then take action. We think we need to feel ready or inspired, but the psychological research shows it's the absolute reverse.
Wait, reverse it. How?
Action creates motivation. It's a loop. You do the thing, and then you feel motivated to keep doing it. Motivation is a result, not a prerequisite. If you wait to feel inspired, you'll be waiting all day. You have to move first. The feeling follows.
Okay, so we've diagnosed the illness, the phone trap, no plan trap, motivation trap. Let's talk about the cure. The deep dive today focuses on a framework called the 3-2-1 method.
And what I love about the 3-2-1 method is the barrier to entry is just incredibly low. It's realistic. It's for people with jobs, kids, real lives. This is not a 2-hour monk ritual. It takes like 10 to 25 minutes, tops.
And the structure is so catchy. 3 actions for the body, 2 for the mind, and 1 priority for the day. Let's start with the body. 3 for the body.
The goal here is just to wake up the physical system. Your biology needs a jumpstart, and the source gives you a menu of options. You just pick 3. The first one, probably the most crucial, is hydration. A big glass of water immediately.
It sounds so basic, like drink water, thanks, Mom. But why is it so important right then?
Because you just spent 8 hours basically breathing out water vapor. You wake up dehydrated. And even mild dehydration causes brain fog, fatigue, headaches. Water's like a biological switch. It tells your system, we are online. It's the cheapest energy drink in the world.
Okay, sold. What's next on the menu?
Movement. And again, lower the bar. We're not talking about a huge workout. We're talking 1 to 3 minutes. Stretching, a few jumping jacks, a quick walk around the block.
Just getting the blood flowing.
Exactly. It gets oxygen to the brain. You can't think clearly if your body is stagnant. The third option mentioned is environment, specifically light.
Just opening the curtains.
Yes. Sunlight hitting your retina signals your brain to stop producing melatonin, the sleep hormone, and start producing serotonin. It's the natural on button for being human. If you stay in the dark, your brain biologically thinks it's still nighttime.
And there was a 4th option, which I found interesting, a micro win, specifically making the bed. Is that actually productive, or is it just for neat freaks?
No, it's psychological. It creates instant momentum. You've achieved something tangible in the first 3 minutes of your day. It's a small win that sets the tone. It proves to yourself, I am disciplined.
So for the 3 for the body, you pick your mix. Maybe it's water, stretch, and open the window.
Exactly. Or water, walk, and make bed. Customizable. You just have to do 3.
Okay, body's awake. Now step 2, 2 for the mind. This is about stopping that mental chaos.
Correct. Shifting from physical wakefulness to mental clarity. You pick 2. The first option is breathing. Just 60 seconds of slow, deliberate breathing.
To counteract that morning anxiety spike.
Yes. It engages the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode. It tells your body, we are safe, no need to panic.
And the second option, I think this is critical, is planning. But the source is really specific here. It warns against the big to-do list.
This is key. Do not write a massive to-do list. That just creates anxiety. The source suggests writing just 2 lines. Line 1, what matters today? Line 2, what is one small step I can take?
I love that. Not a novel, just 2 lines. It forces you to actually think about what's important.
Right. It clears the clutter. Other options for the mind are, gratitude, writing down one specific thing, or learning, reading 2 pages of a book, just enough to get the gears turning.
So you pick 2, breathe and plan, or gratitude and read. The point is being intentional.
You're directing your mind instead of letting it run wild.
So we have 3 for the body, 2 for the mind, and that brings us to the final step. 1 priority.
This is the rule that changes everything. 1 priority. Not 5, not 10. 1.
That's so hard for people, though. We want to do everything. If I only have 1 priority, aren't I being lazy?
No, you're being effective. There's a huge difference between being busy and being productive. When you try to do everything, you do nothing. And the source says this priority must be a verb, and it must be clear. Be productive is not a priority. Finish the Q3 report is a priority.
And the mindset is, if I do this one thing, today is a success.
Right. Everything else is extra. It lowers the bar for satisfaction, but raises the bar for focus. It gives you a target you can actually hit.
So that's the 3-2-1 method, but let's talk about the friction. Because even with a simple plan, some mornings you just feel stuck, lazy. The source has some tools for that, like the 5-minute start rule.
This goes right back to that idea that action creates motivation. If the task seems too big, you just make a deal with yourself. You commit to doing it for only 5 minutes.
Just 5 minutes.
Anyone can do 5 minutes. It's not scary. It bypasses the fear center of the brain. When you look at a huge project, your brain screams, danger, hard work. But 5 minutes, your brain stays quiet. And what usually happens is once you start, you keep going.
You break the inertia.
You don't need motivation. You just need to start.
Now, what about our physical space? The expert in the source material talks a lot about environment design. The idea that we aren't lazy, our environment just makes bad habits too easy.
It's a fundamental principle. You reduce friction for good habits and add friction for bad ones. If you want to drink water, put the glass on your nightstand the night before. Make it easier to do it than not do it.
And for bad habits, like the phone.
You have to make it annoying. Add friction. Charge it in the kitchen
Oh,
or
yeah.
across the room. So you have to physically get out of bed to turn off the alarm.
That sounds brutal.
It is. But that little bit of distance gives the rational part of your brain a chance to wake up before you fall into the scroll hole. You have to interrupt the loop.
The source also mentions if-then plans. It sounds like coding.
It's coding for your brain. Willpower is a limited resource. It gets tired. An if-then rule automates the decision for you. You decide in advance, if I touch my phone, then I must put it down and drink water first.
So you're not negotiating with yourself when you're half asleep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't negotiate with your groggy morning brain. Just follow the rule.
Now, this part was really interesting to me. The source says a good morning actually starts the night before.
Yes, the night before setup. It's a 3-minute routine. Choose your wake-up time, choose your one priority for the next day, and prepare one physical thing. Lay out your gym clothes, clean your desk.
It's like a gift to your future self.
It is. When you wake up, you don't have to make a decision. You just execute. You're saving your limited decision-making energy for your actual work, not for finding your socks.
But let's be real. Sometimes things just go wrong. You oversleep, the alarm doesn't go off, you don't have 25 minutes. Does the whole system just fall apart?
No. And this is my favorite part of the source material, the 10-minute reset. This is the emergency protocol. It proves you don't need a perfect morning to have a good morning.
Okay. Walk us through the speed run.
Minute 1, drink water, slam it. Minutes 2 and 3, stretch, just get the kinks out. Minute 4, open the window, take 3 deep breaths.
4 minutes in, you're physically online.
Right. Minutes 5 and 6, rate your priority. One thing, don't overthink it. Minute 7, start that priority. Work on it for just 3 minutes.
And then?
Minutes 8 to 10, prep your body. Shower, get dressed, whatever. In 10 minutes, you hydrated, moved, breathed, planned, and actually started your work. You're ahead of the game even if you started late.
That is so empowering. It shifts the mindset from I ruin the morning to I can still save the morning.
That's the key. It's not about perfection. It's about resilience.
Okay, I want to quickly touch on the common mistakes. The source lists the top ways people fail at this. Number 1 is changing everything.
The classic New Year's resolution error. I'm going to work out, meditate, journal. It requires too much energy. Your brain rebels. The fix is to change one small thing. Just master the water first.
Mistake number 2, making the routine too long.
Keep it tight, 10 to 25 minutes. If it feels like a chore, you won't do it. It should be a warm-up, not the main event.
Number 3 is the phone. We have to say it again.
It's the single biggest destroyer of morning focus. The no phone for 20 minutes rule is probably the most high leverage change you can make. If you do nothing else from this deep dive, do that.
And the final mistake, the all or nothing mentality.
The perfectionism trap. Psychologists call it the what the hell effect. You eat one cookie, so you say what the hell, and eat the whole box. You check your phone, so you say what the hell, the morning's ruined, and you give up.
And the fix?
Just restart. You missed a beat. Fine. Restart at 10:00 a.m. Consistency matters way more than intensity. Missing one day doesn't make you a failure. It makes you human. Just don't miss 2 in a row.
So to recap this whole system, avoid the traps of the phone and no plan wandering. Use the 3-2-1 method, 3 actions for the body, water, movement, light. 2 for the mind breathing, a 2-line plan, and 1 single priority.
And you support all that with environment design. Put the phone away, put the water out, and understanding that action creates motivation, not the other way around.
It really does seem manageable. It's not about being a superhero. It's just about not being a zombie.
And if we bring it back to that first domino idea, you don't have to control the chaotic world. You can't control traffic or your boss or the news. You just have to knock over that first domino. If you win the morning, you build this fortress of calm and focus that makes the rest of the day just easier to handle.
That's a great place to leave it. You don't have to win the war, just the first battle of the day.
Win the morning, win the day.
So here is our challenge to you, the listener. Right now, before you do anything else, identify your 1 priority for tomorrow. What is the 1 action that will make tomorrow a success? Decide on it right now.
And maybe put a glass of water on your nightstand.
That too. Thanks for diving in with us. We'll see you next time.